college football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate. Team. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Look at the big fella roll.
The defense comes up big time on the 4th down play, trying to get the stop, making sure he doesn't get a first down. The fumble, it's just the icing on the sundae. That's fine. We'll take it. But more importantly, they got the big stop and turnover on downs.
Looking for room. It's Van Dyke. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
yeah, and so this defense now.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Quarterback checking the play. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it down the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job.
Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. He's going to pass. And the junior was late on the release, and he threw it behind him.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
He'll do it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This should be the last play of the quarter. On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. 3 seconds remaining in the quarter. Time for one more play from this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
South Carolina, 7, Florida State, 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. He tried to make something out of nothing, but there was really nothing he could do on that play.
And I hope offensively that's not going to make them quit on this option play. That's a scheme that really puts the defense in a bind.
He's forced out of bounds well behind the line of scrimmage, and the defense will take it as a sack.
Just a really nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? You didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front 7 defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on the quarterback's heels and force him out of bounds for a loss.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, Dave. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Give to the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Carolina.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Can't get him to the ground. Open space, refuses to go down, keeps those legs churning. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Gamecocks. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse, probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. With jet sweep pass. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
He's up to 55 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Afterburner's coming. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, no!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Pulls it in. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Flushed out of the pocket. Nice run there. Picks up a few and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Power football with the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 17, set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Defensively, I know what they want to do here, right? They're backed up. Do they want to pass the football? No, because they don't want to get hit in the backfield with the quarterback and give up a safety. So I know they want to run the football, give them some breathing room to call some other plays. That's why I can be a little bit more aggressive. Really good job by the defense being aggressive.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now on 1st down from the 28. He'll keep it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Hits the spin cycle. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He's moving out of the pocket. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UMass managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the weather there in Amherst this week. These Minutemen are to blame for this one being so close. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Snags it quickly on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
Turns it on in midfield. Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida State, 14.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. At the 35, he's loose. Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the pummeling has started.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida State, 14.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 42, Florida State.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking for a man on second down. They're working that left side. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. He looks that one in nicely. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Seminoles are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when he gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to...
Touchdown, Florida State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He'll take it himself. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The give as they work on that clock. Dances away from the D.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he wants it all. And he pulls it in at the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
49, Florida State 20.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On second down, they'll take to the air. Dances away to buy time. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Second down coming up.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to the air one more time. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Noles have their offense in high gear. Looking to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they get him down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He wants to pass it on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hope.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this group.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Using his legs to buy some time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field?
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. When they hear Sandstorm and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gamecocks will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. And the Canes want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. First down for this offense. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Gonna run it. It's Baxter. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The give to the left side. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's played, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Let's it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So
he uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Johnson wants to throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have...
He'll off one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Horton. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Now the toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. South Alabama took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Mobile. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heel,
fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Canes. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bennett. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll throw it on first down. He spins that thing down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick handoff. At the 45 on its way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Miami, 14. South Carolina, 7.
Ready up.
He's going to pass. Safe completion on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Canes want to crank the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Johnson looking to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Hurricane! Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Again, at this point...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think
all kinds of running room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
it's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the incompletion brings up a second down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. Make that play.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Defense in press coverage. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Miami, 35. South Carolina, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime.
Ready up.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Come on, set.
To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half, we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The DBs will back off a bit. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving. Slings it downfield. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Going up top on 1st down. Got his man. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
On the
1st and 10 coming up.
in blue. Ready.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Grab behind the line. It's Baxter. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. 3rd down coming up after that completion. They'll try to run for it. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Field goal is good. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lining up to boot it away.
17.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's loose down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Johnson looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
He'll just keep slinging it. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Hurricane. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 15 over Marshall. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll start this drive firing. Escapes the sack. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
He'll get rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Got his man to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Johnson looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He'll take another shot here. And it's caught inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. From the red zone, looking for a space. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecocks! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
he's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
39.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The Hurricanes racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll go back to the air on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Canes are flying down the field. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Corner's going to give them room. Looking to pass on second down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Jacksonville State is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in CUSA, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Kennesaw State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They move the tight end all over. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Working on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking to take a shot. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. Johnson wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Johnson looking to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Using his feet to buy time. Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Horton. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then he lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
The snap sets up to throw. Forced out of the pocket. The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Looking for a crease to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely...
Oh, they knock it free. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And, man, that's tough. As a defense, you're celebrating your offense. We're about to go take the lead. We're about to go win this game late in the fourth quarter, and then they force the turnover. Now we got to go make it look good. Get off the sideline, change your mindset, go make a play, get the ball back to your offense.
Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On third down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has got... multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Finds his man, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. It's on target and complete. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Brings up second down.
Wants to throw on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. He's going to pass on second down. Going up top. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. How about that D coming up with a play like that? I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So